Hi parents, it's Charlene. I wanted to give you a little video on some very helpful strategies that we think would be great for you to know for the start of our virtual preschool program. There's 5 areas of things that we're going to talk about that would be the top 5 strategies we use here at SOI. The first one is prompting. The second one is breaking it down. The third one is consistency and follow through. The fourth one is use your visuals. And the fifth one is praise. So prompts are the things that we offer your child in order to help them through the activity and to access all the different parts of it. So when we're prompting, we try to do it so that your child can do as much on their own, and then we're just there kind of supporting them in whatever way we need. So think of yourself as a ninja, and a ninja is very quiet. And the reason we want you to be quiet and not talk a lot during these activities is because your child's focus needs to be on the lead educator who's coming through the screen. They're giving the directions, they're singing the songs. So if you're talking loud, then your child's attention will of course be focused on you rather than the lead educator. So be a ninja, and there's different levels of prompting you can offer your child. So max prompting would be something where you are doing hand over hand. So say that your child doesn't want to throw the truck into the cleanup truck bin. And so what we would do then is we would hold the bin as close as possible, and then we would hand over hand and have them place it in the bin. And as soon as they did it, we'd say, "Great job, you cleaned up, you put it in the bin." That's max prompting. The other type of prompting would be more of a minimal prompting, which would be just a verbal or a gestural. So, you have the car, the child's playing with it, and you say, put it in the bin, or hold it, put it in here, or put it away. And so it's more verbal or visual, where you tell them where to put it by just holding the bin up to them, and then they put it in. And then you go crazy. Yay, great job. So that's prompting. Be a ninja. If your child is having a hard time during circle, you're sitting behind them and you're whispering in their ear. The other part of prompting is called redirecting. Redirecting is what it is. It sounds like. So if my kiddo is like sitting in circle time or sitting and supposed to be paying attention, but they're playing with the truck, I would redirect them by verbally first saying, let's look at Miss Tanya. Or I might say, let's put the car down. And if neither of those work, I would block the car with my hand and either put it in their lap so they could still hold it and fidget with it, but they're looking at the camera. Or I might just quickly take it away and say, "Look at Miss Tanya," and get that car out of there so they can't see it as a distractor anymore. This will be things that I think will be the biggest challenge for some of the little kids, as redirecting, prompting to stay focused. So just know that those are the ways that we do it, and then we'll be giving you some included as the class is going on. Try this, try that type of thing. The other one that we said was break it down. So oftentimes you'll see at the table time activity, whether it's art or writing or a different type of task, the child may get overwhelmed and start wiggling. Usually when a child gets overwhelmed by a task, they will act out by wanting to avoid or escape the task. So what we want to do is, when we see it's a little bit starting to stress them out, we jump in and help. So we say, and we may color a part. Say it's a cut, color, and paste. That's 3 steps, which are hard. So we may just step in and do, when they start coloring and they get tired, say, okay, let me help you. I'll do a little bit. And so we might cut it out, and then they would paste it on, and then, great job. So break it down, and don't do the whole thing for them. Let them get started, help them with the middle, and then at the end you should let them do as much independently as possible. So if they can, the last step is gluing, let them glue it and say, "Wow, you did it." And then you chain it backwards. So basically next time you're going to have them also do a little of the middle of the task. So just break it down for them. The third one was consistency and follow through. I can't talk enough about consistency and follow through, specifically to get your kiddos to follow through with a task that we've asked them to do. So we may say, "Okay, friends, it's time for cleanup," and we'll of course give them a lot of warning, but they might not want to clean up. So there's some things that you have to do to get them to clean up. whether it's, max prompting them, hand over hand, whatever it is that you have to do, redirecting them to show them, oh, your friends are all cleaning up, let's clean up. And we'll dig into that a little bit more in a different video. But you want to make sure that whatever you've asked them to do, they do at least the end of. So if you ask them to throw something in the trash, you need to maybe walk them over and open the trash for them and have them put it in and say, oh, thank you for throwing it away. And then hopefully they'll get better at doing more of the task more independently. But initially, especially since you're establishing a new routine of having school at home, you have to be really great with follow through and consistency. The fourth item was visuals. Use your visuals. And so we have included in your calendar invite for every day your visual schedule. So my suggestion was to print it out and hang it on the wall. Miss Jasmine's class has, I'll move you a little closer, their visual schedule up on the wall. And so, let me get you even closer. Basically, you have free play, circle time, outside time, and so these are actual pictures that you'll get, you've already probably gotten in your packet. So what she does in the class is when free play is over, we take it down. When circle time is over, we take it down. Or we do this and we'll say, oh, it's circle time right now. We're gonna sit for just one more minute, and then what do we get to do? We get to go outside. So first we do this, then we do that. And so this gives the child a really clear understanding, a very concrete understanding of what is happening during the day. So I always suggest visual schedules, especially now that we're going through changes in routine for the kids. So as they happen, you take them down, and then probably what the educators will be doing is putting them back up and going through all the things we're doing. So we even do free play is all done. What's next? Oh, it's circle time. Or if we're at circle, we say circle time is all done. What's next? Oh, we're gonna go outside. Okay, and we make outside sound super fun, which it is, and then they go and stand at the door to go outside. So that's visuals. You'll hear a lot more about all of this, but I just wanted to give you a little training. So the last thing is praise, and praise for the kiddos is really something we've been focusing on, how we praise. And so we want to praise for attempts, like I like how hard you're working on that, or I like how you're playing so nicely with your friends. So it's very specific. You tell them exactly what you like, and you praise them not for just doing a good job. Oh, good job. They don't know what that is. That's not specific enough. So instead you say, I like how you gave that to your friend, or I like how you shared with Sally. And that gives them really specific guidelines as to what to repeat that makes you happy. And then what we try to do is ignore things that are not so great, because usually if you ignore a behavior, unless it's a severe one, it starts fading away. So if your child's showing you a lot of negative behaviors right now, or like trying to get your attention with negative behaviors, they'll do a wonderful job if you just switch it and praise them for things that they're just doing throughout the day normally. So if they're sitting and playing quietly, say, I like how you're sitting and playing quietly. And so they'll be more apt to do less negative behaviors, because really all they want is your attention. Doesn't matter if it's positive or negative, believe it or not. They just want your attention. So give them attention for the good things, and the good things will grow. Give them attention for negative things, and negative things will grow. That's it for this video. I think that's plenty of information. And then I'm going to give you another one called tips. Thanks so much.